Svane has 4 minutes plus 2 seconds. Mamedov has 3 minutes plus 2 seconds. And if it is a draw, Mamedov wins. Rasmus Svane has to win.
And I felt like it was a time to uncourt the King's Indian.
Yeah, he didn't do too well in these Queen's Gambit structures. So back to the bishop on g7, which is his home turf, especially with little time.
Yeah.
Very sensible choice.
And g3, well, yeah, of course, very, very solid system and everything, but not necessarily the most dangerous. And yeah, you can also play d5 now.
Yeah, but play what you know, no? I mean, Rasmus, he's a specialist in all these g3 setups, and especially in Armageddon, everybody's tired.
c5.
You want to play
c5
sort of on your home
a6,
turf.
bishop e3.
He knows the theory.
Do we win the pawn back? I'm always not sure in this case. Is like, do we win the pawn back?
Not obvious, and clearly Rasmus knows this stuff.
Yeah, knight g4, bishop d4.
e5, bishop c3. I guess you win the pawn back, but you make some concessions. I don't know, knight c5, there's h3.
There's h3, do you win the pawn back?
Might just be bad.
It might be just bad, and that's
Yeah,
not a good line. Yeah, not a good moment to start thinking.
Rook e8, he covers the pawn, but h3 forces the knight back, no?
h3, well, unclear what to do. h3, maybe you have to take on f2, take on c5. That's what Compy says now.
Knight
of course,
h6
will not be played. But h3, knight h6, b4.
Queen d5 covers
queen
everything.
d5.
And
Queen d5.
Big trouble. He goes
b4. B4, yeah, and you don't have... Well, apparently you have to go d5, cd6, knight f5 or something.
Good luck with that.
It's very hard, yeah, very hard to...
Otherwise, knight f5 directly, the knight gets a kick by pawn to e4.
Yeah, precisely. Knight c7. No, but this is awful.
e4, let's say.
This is absolutely awful.
Yeah, opening disaster for Rauf, which is the big danger for him. In this match, he's outmatched, especially with black when it comes to opening knowledge. But he's been the stronger player when it came to mano-a-mano combat.
Yeah, knight a3 is a clever move here. So a5 will be answered b5 in this case, and otherwise knight is aiming at c4.
Yeah, that looks very strong. e4 doesn't do much after bishop takes g7. But as usual, it's important to make moves.
Yeah, making moves is...
Knight d2, once again, too subtle, allowing knight d5. Nah, knight d5 is good, sorry, I'm talking nonsense. Allowing d5,
well,
maybe.
d5, cd6, queen d6, and at least, okay, a pawn down, but the piece is starting to breathe. Yeah, Rauf absolutely has to play d5.
Doesn't look like he's going to.
Knight b5.
Knight b5.
Knight b5, I don't know how knight b5 is.
Now he goes.
And knight b5, bishop b2, and then d5. But this allows c4.
c4 played, good move.
c4 still keeping, like maintaining all the structural advantages. c takes, knight takes, and it's a monster bishop on g2. That's a terrible position here.
So far white has a pawn and the compensation, but now Rauf's pieces are at least somewhat moving.
Yeah, bishop e6.
I don't know what you do if you exchange queens, so if you go knight bd2.
Knight bd2.
Knight
a3 again,
knight
quite
takes
subtle.
a3.
Yeah, like knight a3 you'll have to take with the knight. Yeah,
knight.
that is surprising, to be honest. Yeah,
keeps the advantage.
Keeps the advantage. That's true. Keeps the advantage. Now it's time to swap the queens, which he didn't do. I guess now Rauf will keep the queens, obviously. Knight takes, queen to c8. Hits the pawn on h3, and it doesn't matter
he doesn't
what...
defend it. Knight b5.
Knight b5 is
knight
clever,
b6,
yeah.
good move. If knight f5, there's e4. Sorry, we're just spitting out random lines. I'm not sure. But
yeah, basically the knight wants to jump to d6 for a double attack, and you can't really do much. I mean, you have to go knight f5, I guess. You go kind of all in.
It's happened, but pawn to e4, pawn to g4 look normal. He plays pawn to e4.
Rook d8 into mezzo is very important.
And queen e2, I guess. I mean, white's still very much in control.
d8,
but at least the game continues for now.
Yeah, queen e2. After knight d4, you take with the bishop, you go e5. This is the strongest.
Yeah, but that allows a d-pawn to be pushed to d3, which won't be to Rasmus's liking.
Yeah, eventually
he hates allowing any counterplay.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta. Queen
e2
played,
right,
knight d4. Bishop takes, yeah, he played all the right moves.
Takes, knight d6
directly.
Here you can take and go bishop c4. I guess it's bad objectively, but
Not as bad as it used to be. Still ugly.
96. Yeah, like it's 0.5 only. Like you take, you go bishop c4. Okay, maybe it's later on still like good for white, but you absolutely have to do it.
Yes, he missed it. Take some bishop
You
c4 play.
absolutely have to do it.
This is no longer so simple. Wow.
Rauf with his tactical tricks.
Yeah, he's very alert, even in a bad position. Never really collapses mentally. Like his position might collapse, but he keeps paying attention.
Yeah, so queen d2, now you take on f1, you go queen e6, apparently you win the d6 pawn even, that is, you know, so white's positionally better all of a sudden from the position when he was
F4,
pawn
E5.
up and completely winning.
Yeah.
So that is...
Unpleasant turn of events. Also, Svane is now catching up on the clock. And there's not that much to calculate. I mean, you move the queen away.
Yeah, well, queen c2 allows d3, bishop takes other rook, I guess. So you don't really want to do that.
Okay, there's something to calculate. Fair enough.
Yeah, there is something to calculate, but it is very, very tricky, right?
Also, yeah, normally Svane is very good when he has a steady rhythm, like when he controls how the game is going, then you can tell he's dominating.
Now he's drifting. They caught up on time, which is still not a big deal because of the increment. Yeah, but now, it seems like the course of the game has shifted quite a bit.
He spent more than a minute already on this one.
Yeah.
Clock keeps ticking. Sometimes when you freeze,
like
it's very hard.
Some d7 could be an alternative, but I don't think you do it. Just bishop takes queen, and black will be an exchange up, but with a lot of compensation, maybe.
Well, that's an option.
That's an option again. Queen d2, bishop takes rook, rook takes,
but no queen e6.
And queen e6. Queen e6 is important. The d6 pawn shall not survive.
Okay, why is still better? I mean, you go f4, e5, you have the better bishop, you put the queen on d3, rook on c1, you do all the positional stuff. But he spent so much time on this. Now he will spend more time. No. Now he's settled into this.
e5. Well, you go what? You go queen d7 or queen b6? Queen b6, maybe not the most precise.
Or queen d3.
Queen d3, you're going to have to. Wait, and maybe black is in time to just go f6 immediately. Black maybe is in time to go f6 immediately. Even here, can you just go f6?
You want to? I can give a check. And
you can go a5. I don't know if it's the time to take care of this stuff.
Or d1 he plays.
Yeah,
wants
I'm
that
not
pawn.
sure if you... Yeah, like a5, I don't like it. ab, queen takes.
Queen takes.
Wow, but queen takes, you take. You go rook a4, you go bishop f8. Isn't it enough? He starts with bishop f8. Fair point.
But is it enough? Like, the problem is Rasmus is too slow. I mean,
rook takes, rook a4, that's an annoying endgame. Yeah, look, rook d7, bishop d5. Rauf completely missed this one.
I'm not sure if he missed it or if he could do much, but this is still good chances for Svane. If bishop d5, if f7 falls, it should be winning technically.
Yeah. What
this
did
has been such an odd match.
Yeah. He should have paid more attention. Check here.
Check, okay. Wants to give another check
that
after
is
king
clever.
f2. You can go king h2.
That is clever. And then another check. So the king, where does the king go? To E2?
More checks are coming.
No, more checks for sure. More checks for sure. It's surprising that Rauf poses here with the rook on a2, which is literally the worst square, right?
Yeah, king goes to
check,
h2.
King
Now
goes to h2. Now, one thing you could do, you go rook a2. White's going to go b5, then h4, king h3. So he will get the bishop on d5 nonetheless.
Or rook takes b7.
Right.
No?
Rook b7. Completely forgotten about that one.
Now you go b5.
Yeah. No, I thought he at least doesn't lose.
Yeah,
you go h4, you go king h3.
He's got to move.
King to g7. Yeah, this rook b8 was... Whoa.
Okay, the pawn
is this pawn just running?
And okay, there's bishop c5, rook b1, but of course he won't allow bishop g1 perpetual.
Yeah.
So he will go
this
h4.
Is it.
Yeah, h4
This
plate.
is it. Looks like this is it.
This looks winning. Rook a8 and b8.
Yeah, rook a8 and b8, and it's not much to be done. Bishop b6, you have a fancy rook g8 check if you wanted to.
If you really want to.
You
also,
don't need
rook
to.
anywhere, rook c8, bishop a7.
Yeah, check.
A8.
Yeah.
He's trying to attack g3. Last stitch, but it's not exactly
But it's
checkmate.
one check, right?
Yeah.
It's one check. So you just move the rook, bishop g3, b8 queen, and this is it.
And he resigns. Rasmus Svane wins the
Wow.
Armageddon. What a drama.
What a tiebreak.
What a fight.
Tiebreak.
Congratulations. And there you see the excessive celebration from Rasmus Svane. Northern Germans are known for their emotional outbursts. Congrats to Rasmus. What a game.
Well, what can you say? What can you say? Well played, and Charlize is
We will
trying
switch to Charlize to talk to Rasmus. I'm not sure he can speak. Let's see.
What a match that was with Svane Rasmus with the white pieces, more time, more on the line, winning the game. Rasmus, lots of emotions going on. That was so intense. Tell me what you're feeling.
I don't know. I'm just so happy. Yeah, I thought I completely messed up. I was completely winning after the opening. Then I thought, okay, I blunder even this position to a draw. Then I would really have kicked myself out because I was already leading 2 times in the match, but somehow every white game was won. Yeah, I don't know what to say.
You bid 3 minutes, 13 seconds. Tell me about the logic of that. It's such an odd number.
I don't know. I thought it would not be so bad to play white. It's quite a high bid. I mean, I expected him probably to bid lower because we were both struggling in the black games. It felt like I was struggling even more than him against some kind of weird Spanish line that he played. He has a lot of blitz experience there, and I didn't at all know what to do there. So I tried to get the white pieces, and okay, also in blitz games usually there's a decision, but yeah.
Well, congratulations. I know you have to come down from the stress, so hope you have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow back with the classical game. Wow, people, I don't know if it was an edge of the seat thing for you, but for us here, we have so many people in the hall, which is super quiet, but everyone was sitting literally on the edge of their seats. It didn't help to have coffee before this game. But wow, first Armageddon sudden death match of the World Cup is completed. White won, and what a game it was. What a performance by Svane Rasmus. That's it for today.